Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smokey Hill Designs, and boy do we have a fantastic drop for you today. I have like 60 different patterns here to get through, so I'm going to go through them a little bit quickly, and I'm going to group some together because there are quite a few where they're like different color variations on the same general pattern, but these are all spring is here. These are very spring focused, lots of florals. Mother's Day is in here. These are beautiful, beautiful patterns for the woman in your life. These are going to be great. I think your customers are going to love these. So let's get through, and I even have some sample things we've cut from these that I think you're really going to like. So let me start. We're going to start with we're calling these trellis squares, and we're gonna have these for you in 3 different colors that are just so springy, so fun. So I'll show you up close. We're going to have a pink version of this. It's very, let's see, is it gonna focus? Oh, come on, camera. It does not want to focus, but it is so there it is. It's such a preppy pattern. Look at this pink. We also have it in this green. Ooh, look how vibrant that is, as well as in the yellow. And these are so great because they work separately, but they also really work together. So if you want to do a mixed piece with several different pattern ply in it, this is a great option. All 3 of these work really well together, not only in terms of the pattern, but the coloration works well together. And I have some examples, not specifically with this pattern, but of several of the new patterns put together. So I'll show you those as we get to them. But keep that idea in mind with these specific ones that I just showed you with the trellis. This one we are calling messy buns. Everybody loves the mom with the messy bun and the sunglasses. So this is going to be our version of that. She's got sort of a pinky purpley tie-dye sunglasses and tie in her messy bun. So this is a fun one for all the hot mess moms out there. Represent. This is a good one for you. And this will be scattered. So you can order that on any of the different core colors. You can mix and match if you want something diode friendly, if you just want something vibrant, that's a good one for that. Our next one, and I apologize for the speed, but there's quite a few of these. Our next one we're calling Hero Mom, and this one sort of has a comic book vibe to it. So it's got all the best mom, super, you're my hero, all that on here as well. So if you've got a mom that's into comic books, this is great. This would be a great one as a gift from a child to their mother. It sort of has that vibe to it. It would look great on the white. Check it out on the turquoise. A lot of these ones we're doing today look really good on the turquoise. It also looks great even on the purple glitter. Look at that. So remember, with the scattered, if you order them on a different core color, that core color will be in between the pattern elements. So it will show through and really change the pattern. Those of you who've come to Smoke Fest so far, you've definitely seen that. I've heard a lot of comments be like, oh my gosh, I never expected this to work so well on black or this to work so well on pink. So think about that when you're looking at these. If maybe the clear doesn't do it for you, think about what it would look like on one of those other fun core options. It really changes the look of it. This next one is Mom Tattoo for all the tattoo moms out there. So this is going to have your little traditional, the tattoo heart and the diamonds, and it says mom, and there's some roses. So this is a fun one for any of our tattooed moms out there. Here is in the spirit, we've gotten more requests, as I said in our last video, for more religious options. So Mother's Day is a great time to bring up the Virgin Mary. So here is the Virgin Mary. I have all of her little symbols, the rosary, we have the crown for the Queen of Heaven, we have roses, we have lilies, we have, you name it, the Immaculate Hearts there. This is a great one for any of you looking for a religious option. So Virgin Mary. Here is Best Mom Ever. This is a title that I think all of us hope to have, is Best Mom Ever. So you can see here it's in nice pastel colors. This is a fun one, again, of all of them on this turquoise. Looks so good. But look how fun that is on there. I think this would look really great on white. I'm looking, do I show white? I do have white. Let me show it to you on white. Ooh, it totally changes the look. Look at that. Look at it on the white. How fun is that? So this is a really fun one for some earrings. If you want to do a bookmark for mom, anything like that, or you want to make an ornament or something for her to hang, this would be a great backer for that. Our next one is vintage floral quilt, and this one's really fun. This one looks like, hopefully she's not watching this. This looks like my aunt's house. Maybe this would be a great gift for her. It has that, these are some nice pretty roses and that vintage sort of look to them. And this is a fun one because it's great as a large piece. So if you wanted to do, let me get the scale. I got it all. I got all kinds of stuff on this table. If you wanted to do something large, it certainly works as like a patchwork quilt. But if you tend to make really small things, like say you make studs, look at all the different studs you would get out of this. You can do, you can easily do a pair of studs out of each of these squares and get a really cool look. You can mix and match and they all work together. So that's just a really fun option if you do make things that are small. We are also offering that pattern in transparent. So this, let me hold it up. I'm just going to peel back a corner for you. But you can see not as vibrant and transparent, but once that light gets behind it, which I'm going to simulate with this sheet of white, you can see that it is just as vibrant when there's light passing through. So this is a really fun, pretty one for transparent. Very different. This whole drop is very different from what we traditionally do. And guilty, it's me. I know you're probably going to laugh at this, but I'm not a big floral person. Big surprise here. I don't, we offer a lot of floral patterns, but they're not necessarily, for me, my house is not floral. I had no flowers in my wedding. I'm not a big floral person, but that's just this is a good example of just because it's not your taste does not mean it's not other people's taste. You can certainly sell things to your customers that maybe aren't exactly your taste, but more people do have that. Like most people like florals. I'm not really huge, but I do love some of these. This was a test of what we could do, what we could come out with. It was a little bit different from what we normally do. So this one I absolutely love. This is vibrant tulips. I love the vibrant, bold colors in this. This is so pretty. This would make such pretty earrings. You can see at the earring scale just how pretty that is. This one is beautiful. I love the vibrant tulips. Definitely pick this one up. This one, we're going for more vibrancy here. This is Vibrant Quilt. And this has those fun summery colors of yellow and pink and orange in there, but it has this quilted look, which is really cool because when you cut this into something small, it gives it a very different look. So here we go. Here's a pair of earrings. These actually use two different patterns that we have today. Let me skip ahead and show you the second pattern because it's right up here. So this was the Vibrant Quilt. This one here, these are the Vibrant Lines. They're the same sort of color scheme. We have them scattered as well as full coverage. You can see here, look how pretty those are. But when you put these together, even though they're very different looking, look at how great these are. Look at these inlay earrings. Look at these with the lines. And then around the border, it's such a small area, but it is this quilt. And you can see the coloration, but you really can't tell that it's the quilt. But these are so cool. This is a great way to use two different patterns together. So if you're thinking, well, which ones can I put together? Look at the coloration. These have very, very similar coloration, and they look great together. Think about that for your earrings. Think about those inlays. Very, very cool. This one we are calling Vibrant Mom's Scarf. So this one has it looks like a scarf all coiled around, and you can see that this has some bold colors. We have another version of this that's going to be a little bit lighter, but this one has more bold coloration, and I do have some example things here. Here is, let's see. Oh, well, they use a couple of, we're going to get to spoiler alerts on some future patterns. I'm going to start with this one. Look at this. Look at this. This is a card for mom. This could be, you could deliver this to her when you get there for Mother's Day, or this could be something that could sit on her mantle. This is so pretty. And look, this is going to use, we have a teacup pattern coming here in this drop, but this is, look at this. This is this is the Vibrant Mom scarf used as the border, as well as on this heart here. And if you look at that, that truly looks like a marbled acrylic, does it not? Like, it really looks like a marbled acrylic to me. So don't lose the pattern. Like, it completely changes when you cut something small. Don't get so focused on the overall sheet that you neglect to think about it in small. And we have the pictures on the website for every drop. We will have the scale on them. Look at how the patterns look small versus the whole sheet, because when you cut them small, it really changes the character. This one really genuinely looks like a marbled acrylic when it is cut small like that, and even as the border. So keep that in mind. That is the Vibrant Mom's scarf. Okay. This is so pretty. This is Spring Waves in blue, pink, and yellow. Ooh, how pretty is this? Very preppy, very fun. Is this the same one? No. We've got, like I said, I've got multiple colors in these, but I have a picture here. Let's see what I have. I have a cuff bracelet with this. Ta-da-da. You can do things like that. That's a great gift for mom. Also, if you take these patterns, here's another inlay, and you just use a plain acrylic on the outside. Look at how cool that is. Ooh, how fun, how summery, how preppy. I love that. I think that's going to be so fun. I'm actually getting to go. I'm feeling very, very fortunate. When we're going to be in Florida for Smoke Fest, we are going to make a pit stop in Key West, and I am bringing these because these seem very, very summery and fun, and I'm excited to wear them. And I am going to be in my caftan era while I'm down there. I am going to wear all flowy clothing, and I've got all these patterns that look very, very similar to this. So I'm excited to wear those down there. And look, here it is in transparent. Again, remember, the transparent's not as vibrant until you have light coming behind it. This one is giving, for me, any of my fellow millennials, this one looks like limited 2 for me back in the late 90s, early 2000s. This one's giving me limited 2 vibes. So if that was your era, this one's a fun one for you. And that was the Spring Waves in blue, pink, and yellow. Next up, this one's so pretty. This one is Spring Gardening, and we're going to be offering this one in full coverage here with the white background. So if you have a mom who loves gardening, this is a fun one. Or if you just love gardening, again, these don't have to be for Mother's Day. These can be for anyone who loves to garden, anyone who loves springtime. And here it is, scattered. Look at how pretty. And this is another one. Remember that, don't forget that turquoise. It's gonna look great on turquoise. It's also gonna look great on that white because we have the white background on this. Let me pull the turquoise out. I'm getting too long-winded. I need to speed it up. But I can't help it. I love this. Look at how beautiful that is. I am 100% bringing this one on the Smoke Fest tour on that turquoise core because I love it. So keep an eye for that in our color core bins at Smoke Fest because I love the way that looks on that. This one, okay, this one's giving me a little bit of a heart attack, and I'm going to be honest with you. So, as you know, we have our graphic designer, Tucker. Hey, Tucker, shout out. He works on some patterns. I work on some patterns. This one's giving me a little bit of a heart attack. So you may or may not know, but I'm an entomologist. Like that's what I studied for. This one is spring bugs, and they're not anatomically correct, and it's and everyone here is making fun of me for it, but I like had a heart attack. I was like, wait, the number of legs are wrong. But anyway, that's all right. I don't think most of your clientele are going to be entomologists that are going to be as picky as I am. So here's spring bugs. Look at how cute. You thought bugs couldn't be cute. Here they are being all cute on all their cute preppy leaves and stuff. This is a very, very cute one. This one is fun. We get asked, this is great for adults, but we get asked for what would be great for kids. I want to make some bookmarks for kids. This is a really cute one, the spring bugs. I think our daughter would like that one too, so I'm going to make her some bookmarks out of that one since she's been reading up a storm. Love this one. This one is Preppy Frames. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. This one is especially pretty when you put it at the scale. I cannot get this thing on here. And when you make it a little bit smaller for things like earrings, there you go. You can see, can you see this? I have a bad setup today because I've got so many piles on this table because there's so much in this drop, but this one is so pretty. These are some great colors. You've got that sort of periwinkle, seafoam. This one is really, really, really pretty. Preppy frames. Okay, here's one that we have several different colors and variations in. These are peonies. We have them in pink. They're pink peonies on aqua, blue, and yellow. So here it is on the aqua. And today I got my little cheat sheet notes, which is big help for me. So here it is on the aqua. Here it is on the blue. And here it is on the yellow. And they all are another great example of ones that will all work together. I have some here. I have the yellow. Here's like a little picture frame. You can pop this in and out. And again, we're going to start featuring these files in our inspiration page, which you can find on the homepage of our website. It'll say find your inspiration. So we're going to start linking these files there so you can cut these at home. But you can see how pretty that is. This is that yellow that I just showed you with another pattern that we're going to have coming up here towards the end. So this mixing and matching of the patterns, really fun to do. Think outside the box on that. We also have it scattered. So if you want to put that on any other color as your background, this is a great way to do that. Next up, if you liked that vibrant mom scarf, here it is in pastel. So here's a little bit of a lighter version. This is going to have more corals in it. Just a different version of that same pattern. Remember how marbled that looked. This is just a different version of that. How pretty is that? And here, this is the more vibrant one, but here it is as a picture frame as well. Here's Mommy and Me. This is the full coverage, just reverse engraved, and it gives it that sort of white look. And in here you could pop your picture in there, and you are set. You could prop this up on a table, but this is the scarves in the background. And the border is one of the other patterns I have here that I cannot find. I don't think we've covered it yet, but I will shout it out when we get there. So there's another project that you can make with these. Next one, if you like the vibrant lines, here's the pastel lines. So these are going to be scattered as well as full coverage. So if you liked those inlay earrings I showed before with the vibrant colors, if you wanted to do things a little bit differently, you could use these pastel lines and still get that exact same look, just with a little bit of a different coloration. This one is pastel floral stained glass. There's two different versions, two different size scales on this one. So we have a smaller and then a larger. Let me show you the larger just so you can see it better. But here's what that looks like. It's a very vibrant coloration. It's a stained glass look, but it kind of almost looks like a barn quilt to me. It also kind of looks like Beauty and the Beast to me. But that's a good one for if you want to make something larger. That's a good option if you want the big one. It looks like some really pretty tiling. Look how pretty that is. Very, very pretty. And we have it again in that smaller scale as well. And we also have it in transparent. So we have the transparent versions. If you really like this one for your sun catchers, this is a really nice one that would be a great background for those. And because it has so much white in this in between, so the grouting is essentially white, this would be a fun one. You don't see too many of them, but the sun catchers using white acrylic as the front piece. I think this would be a good option for that. That would be very springy and very different, and I think this one would work really well with that. Next up, we have Mother's Day gifts. So this pattern says Happy Mother's Day a bunch of times on it, and it has some cute little flowers and hearts and gifts. This is another one, certainly fine for adults, but this would be a great gift from a child to their mother for Mother's Day. I think it has that sort of child feel to it, but it's really, really cute, really, really springy, really, really fun. How many times can I say really? All right, this one is Rococo Pink Floral. This one is also in two different size scales. This one is, here's your larger scale. Look at how beautiful these flowers are, and it's a real corally kind of color. And here it is smaller. And I said I would shout out, this is the one that was with the vibrant scarves in the picture frame. This is what was paired. So this is your border, and then the vibrant scarves are the background. So that's just two patterns that work really well together in this drop. We also have these in transparent, and I'm excited to see some sun catchers with these flowers in particular because they are very, very pretty and very, very in right now. That whole look is very, very in. So keep an eye on the trends, and I think these you'll be ahead of the trends on these. These are really, really pretty. All right, Texas mamas, I know how you love your blue bonnets. So we have both in a larger and smaller version. We have watercolor blue bonnets. How pretty are these? This would make a beautiful gift for mom, beautiful springtime piece for your home. Look at how pretty. And I know my Texas ladies, they love these. So here's your watercolor blue bonnets in two different sizes. Here are teapots and roses, and if you remember this guy, this is the teapot that's in the background. So here we have it in scattered. So you could put that on whatever core. I don't have one here, but I think this on the ivory core, I think that would be beautiful. And here it is with a white background for the full coverage. This one you can get on any of the cores. You can get a diode friendly core. You can reverse engrave on this full coverage and get that sort of white look, you name it. Next up is Sunday Brunch. This one is also in two different size scales, and we have cut a bunch of stuff with these. So there's got some hole. I'm gonna show you where we haven't cut. But you can see here is, let me get it to focus. Come on, there we go. Here is Sunday Brunch. This is the larger scale version. And then we also have it in a slightly smaller scale, as well as in scattered. But I'm going to show you here is the full coverage version, just paired with plain acrylic. You could certainly have mixed and matched your pattern ply, but here it is in the center of this with some yellow and some orange, just for some nice summery earrings. And here's the scattered version of that. I've got the smaller version as well as the larger. I'm just going to show you the larger for time's sake so you can see it. This one, it was called Sunday Brunch. Next we have, this one is called Happy Mother's Day, and it has, you can see there's a scattered version here, and it says Happy Mother's Day in there, just sort of hidden in there, as well as here it is in full coverage, and it's got, come on, pop in there, come on, let's focus, and you can see that it has Happy Mother's Day hidden in there with the floral. Let's see, next we have, oh gosh, I really had to say this, Coquette bows. Here's Coquette bows. Look how cute and scattered. This one is beautiful. I'm going to put that on my turquoise. You know I'm going to do it. I love everything on the turquoise. The turquoise for me, it seems like it would not go with a bunch of things, but it seems to go with everything. Here's the Coquette bows on the turquoise. Beautiful. Love that. I'm here for that. And here it is in your full coverage version with that white background. Very, very dainty, very, very pastel, very springy. Okay, we have Chinoiserie Floral Branch, and we have this in two different versions. We have it in like 4 different versions. We have a blue, we have a pink, and then we have scattered. Let me start with, oh my goodness, we've got way too many of these. We get a little out of control. So you can see here it is in the pink. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Here it is in the pink. If you are looking for micro florals, this is a great option. And here it is on the blue. Can you see it pop? There we go. Here it is on the blue. Here it is larger on the pink. And here it is larger on the blue. And then here are the scattered versions. Here's the very small one. Here's the micro. And you can put these on whatever core you like. And here is the larger. And all of these will have very clear, very nice pictures on the website. I just sort of like to give a little overview in the video. Next we have pink peonies on aqua. Wait a minute. I'm all messed up. Hang on. I've got a little bit of things have gotten out of here. Wait a minute. This is the pink Coquette bow bouquet. Okay, here we go. I am sorry. Things fell apart at the end here. This is the, okay, so we did the Coquette bows, but this one is the pink Coquette bows. That's where I got confused. Here we go. And we have this in two different sizes. Here's the smaller of the two sizes, as well as the larger. And this one, for those of you who were born between the years probably 1985 and 1995, will find this one very comforting because it looks like every pillowcase that I had as a kid. It reminds me of those. And then here they are in the scattered with the pink bows. And that was the smaller. And this was the larger. And then I also have the bows, the Coquette bows in a blue in two different sizes. So here's the bows are blue as opposed to pink in scattered. Ooh, I'm dropping my stuff. And then I have them in full coverage, both the larger, look at my pile, this is getting ridiculous, and the smaller. Here they are. All right, do you think that was enough? Oh my goodness. We have so many patterns here, but I think they all have something a little bit different. I think they are very, very widely appealing. Even me, who's not a big fan of florals, I think these are beautiful florals. These are great colors. I think they're very springy. We are all looking for spring right now because we are over winter. So I think these are going to be great options for you. I'm excited to bring these to Smokefest and see what y'all think. But in the meantime, don't forget about Mother's Day. Don't forget about all of your spring craft shows and things like that. I think these are going to be a very welcome addition. And don't forget to mix and match the patterns as well as the cores with the pattern. So let me know what you think. What was your favorite out of the like 60 that we have here? And let me know what you're looking for in the future. I'm very excited. We have some things up our sleeves that I'm excited to show you. So I hope you all enjoyed these and happy early Mother's Day. Thank you guys so much for watching.